Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube video. I'm going to take the time, I'm testing my camera anyway because I want to improve my audio, the quality of the production, the videos that I put out. So I really appreciate all the people that have gave me support and noticed the improvement of the quality of my videos. So I'm going to share a story with you guys, which is true, and I'm going to answer your questions. I posted up a question on my community section on my YouTube channel asking my subscribers, what are your three main fears? And a lot of you, I really appreciate, were brave enough to write your fears down. I'm going to read your fears out. This is a great opportunity for me to share with you that when I was 19 years of age, I got arrested by the police for drug dealing, and I was taken to court, and I was looking to face up to 12 months to about a year and a half, I think maximum 2 years in prison. And during that time, my life, as you could imagine, I wasn't in a good place, and I was going through a lot of depression and social anxiety and life anxiety. And I was under a lot of pressure to impress my friends and society. And at that time, you know, a lot of the guys around my area were selling drugs, driving nice cars, dating nice women, and I wanted to be a part of that. It was never my plan to be a drug dealer. My parents didn't bring me up to do that, so it was a big shock to my parents, the police. It was a shock to me, but I made big changes back then. It was a long time ago, obviously I'm 36 now, and that was a pivotal moment of my life, and it made me realise, when I saw all the fears, which I'm going to read out, that you guys are having at the moment, that I want to help you to conquer. I was going through these fears at that time when I was 19, and I made the positive changes that I'm trying to help you guys make. Now, obviously, you don't have to be a drug dealer to change your life. I'm just making a point of saying that I learned a lot of lessons about fear and anxiety and success and personal transformation through the mistakes I made. And I've turned my life around in many ways, more than one, since that time. But it got me thinking when you wrote these things down. So some of you said your main three fears were disappointment, not being liked, being alone forever, travelling on trains by yourself, travelling on buses, being alone forever again. One of you said coronavirus, dying alone, being broke forever. One of you said money, love, women. One of you said rejection, shame, loneliness. One of you said a fear of socialising and looking stupid and losing someone. So I relate to all these fears, and it's funny how a lot of you are afraid of being on your own and being lonely and losing things and being humiliated socially and judged, and a fear of stepping out on your own, going on trains. I had every single one of these fears. So today I wanted to share with you the steps that I took to turn my life around from 19 with regards to selling drugs, being caught for selling drugs, almost facing time in prison, and turning my life around from that point in time, that mistake, and the events that led up to now. I'm 36 now. So I want to try and make it quick. I don't want to go into it long. I don't feel like doing that. So maybe I will in another video if it feels right and people like the video and get a lot out of it. And the main point is, I want to give you the tools to conquer your fears today and tell my story. So I was going through all the things that you're feeling at the moment now, at that time. And the big thing for me was the pressure to fit in, which is what motivated me to take a wrong turn in life and start selling drugs. And getting caught was a slap in the face and a wake-up call for me, because it made me realise that if I don't turn my life around, I'm going to end up in prison, I'm going to end up dead, or I'm going to end up getting on drugs and throwing my whole life down the drain. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to let my family down and myself. So I was grateful that they did let me off, and I had 180 hours community service, which means when basically community service is, you know, you've got to work for your community and it's going to be unpaid. So I had to paint a school every Sunday from 9 till 5 in the morning for 1 year to work off those 180 hours. Two things that got me off going to prison. One was they said I was the most unlikeliest drug dealer that they'd ever dealt with, right? And I had a good solicitor. She really backed me up. The second one was, as soon as I was facing my charges, I was looking for a job, and I got myself a job interview at Royal Mail. So when the solicitor proposed this to the court, don't put him in prison, he's young, he's going to turn his life around, he's already learnt from his mistakes, he's very aware, he was under the wrong impression, and, you know, which was true. again, not blaming anyone. I was still responsible for my own actions and I paid the consequences. So they said, under these circumstances, it's his first offence. It's quite likely that he's not going to do it again. You know, he's about to get a job. They didn't put me in prison, and I worked my 180 hours off, and I got a job at Royal Mail, and I was working at Royal Mail and doing community service. So I was working 7 days a week. Now, to get to where I got to now today, starting my own business at 28, becoming successful as a professional dating and relationship, and later on confidence coach. When I started my business at 28, to get to that point, I had to face loneliness. You know, I was afraid of being alone. I didn't have a girlfriend at 19. I was a virgin at 19. I had a lot of social problems, a lot of anxieties. I didn't have the confidence to do what I'm doing now, teach people, do public speaking, meet new people. I had fears about money. I had fears about everything. I had fears of failing. I had fears of not being liked by people. I had fears of embarrassing myself. All the fears that you guys are going through. I definitely had fears of going on buses on my own and transport. A lot of social fears and paranoia, mental health problems. But I took responsibility. So number one, you have to take responsibility and not blame anyone for your fears, because they're your fears, they're your insecurities. And that's what I did after being arrested. I realised that. So the first one is you have to take responsibility. Some of you have done that by having the courage to write your fears on the group. You've got to take responsibility. Number two, you have to be willing to face your fears. And I did that through an action plan. You can write down what your fears are, which we've done on the group. That is the action plan. But then you need to have clear goals. My goals were, I didn't want to end up living a life of crime, and I didn't want to be on my own. I wanted to get a girlfriend and I wanted to fall in love. I always wanted to get a girlfriend and fall in love. And I wanted to make money, and I wanted to be successful in life. I wanted to have respect from people. I wanted to respect myself. So those were my goals. So you don't need to know everything about your vision, because it will get clearer the more you start taking action. But you've got to have a general guideline. So what are your goals right now? Obviously, your goals are probably to get out of these fears, but you need to define them as clear as you can. So is it a girlfriend? Is it to make money? Is it to be successful? Like, if you can be as clear as possible, that would really help you to conquer your fears and get control of your anxiety so you can live the life that you want. Once you know what your goals are and your fears are, this is the most important part of the teaching. This is something that I can't do for you. You've got to do it on your own. You have to have the courage to get up off your backside and go and face it. So after my conviction and almost going to prison, I joined the gym. I'm going to give you all the steps. It's up to you what you do with it, right? The gym changed my life. Whilst I was working out in the gym, I was not inclined to want to smoke drugs, sell drugs, get involved with negative people, do these types of things. The gym became my passion. That was my foundation. It still is. So I wouldn't have been successful in the dating industry and the self-help industry and coaching so many people around the world and getting them successful with their social anxiety, getting them into relationships, improving their skills with women, improving their finances, improving their careers, improving their time at university, inspiring them to go and set their YouTube channels up. I would not have had the courage and the mental strength to do that and the confidence if I didn't get fit down the gym. So you've got to get fit. You've got to get fit if you want to fight your fears. Trust me. And you've got to get that mental health as best as you can. So gym was something I did. Next step was mentors. You need mentors. I mean, you found one. You got a mentor, a good one. He's genuine. And his teaching is fantastic. And get more mentors if you need them. I had several mentors. You need mentors. You need to learn from people that are achieving what you've achieved or doing better than you to get to their level or beyond their level or whatever, or to get some help, some guidance, which you found today with me. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, smash the like button and comment below, enjoy. If you're enjoying it, just write enjoy. I know who I'm talking to, right? I appreciate that. And consider subscribing to the channel. So, the gym kept me out of trouble, kept me off drugs, kept me selling drugs. And I got around positive people. You have to get around positive, like-minded people. You are who you hang around. Common sense. I realised that at that moment in my life, and I made changes. So stay with me with a story. I just want to give you, I don't want to babble on about, I don't want like sympathy or anything. I just want to give you the best teaching from the story. By the way, my teaching originated from that mistake I made in my life. I'm not advocating people be drug dealers. No, don't do that. That's the, you know, but I'm not judging you if you've done that. I did it. I'm judging people in a positive way to change their life and do something positive and good and honest, right? So my teaching originated, it actually originated from the mistake I made of getting caught for drug dealing. That's when I started to actually face my fears on a practical level, and that's where the teaching came from. It came from mistakes in my life, because I weren't getting any results by reading the books and watching DVDs and continuing living a negative life. So my whole YouTube channel and ethos, enjoy the process, become fearless. My whole teaching in a nutshell is facing your fear on a practical level. That's it. And when you do that, so much more happens for you. Confidence, success, you learn about life, you get more intelligent. It is endless. I'll do a separate video at some point, but that's the method itself. And it may sound easy, and on some levels it is, but it challenges the whole of humanity, because most people don't face their fears on a practical level. They run from their fears and so forth. So all these lessons with what I went through at that time, you know, that wake-up call, and when I started to see the positive improvements, which I hope you guys will see if you start taking action, which is something that you got to find from within. So you guys have to find your courage or your balls or your heart within. No one can do that for you. Even the best mentors in the world can't, because I can't make you face your fears. You know, I can inspire you and push you and shout at you and encourage you and love you and all this stuff, but you still got to do it. So I did that at 19. I faced my social anxiety of going down the gym, like a lot of you guys have got fears. I faced my fear of going on trains on my own, buses on my own. There's lots of things you guys have got to man up and do on your own to get the confidence you need. Confidence is everything. I realised that when I was younger, that with confidence you can make more money. With confidence you can get a girlfriend. With confidence you can get respect from people. You can respect others. You can make friendships. You can change people's lives. You can have a better mental health. Confidence is the foundation of a happy, successful life. So back then, we didn't know about the name personal development. That came later. I was doing personal development at 19 after I got arrested and convicted for drug dealing, and I turned my life around and stopped doing that. And it was later on all these names came out, but I was doing them anyway. So it's not, the names are nice, but it's not getting caught up in the name so much as your choice. You can make your own name up if you want, but it's still facing your fears in life, in real life, not in a book. So this is how you get to grips and start controlling your anxiety and lessening these fears of being lonely, and by getting a girlfriend, making friends. So these are all the things that you do, and I'm not going to over dramatize it. It's very simple. So you admit your fears, which you've done. You create an action plan with which are clear goals that you want to achieve. And then once you've got the action plan, you know what your goals are, you set about dedicating a lot of time and effort into achieving your dreams. Now, I've got to talk about rejection and failure. Obviously, being arrested at 19, I considered a failure, but the success was turning my life around, getting a girlfriend, which I did. So I got results in every area where most of you guys want to get results in, and where I want you to get results, and I'm helping you. I got a girlfriend, that is a result. I made money, that was a result. I made new positive friends, that was a result. I got fit down the gym, I put on muscle, I got in shape, that was a result. I stopped doing drugs, I stopped selling drugs, that was a result. I became successful all around the world in my industry, that was a result. I started doing public talks, I coach people. So this works 100% as teaching, but with all the results I got and what I want you to get in your life, I did fail. It ain't always going to work out. I didn't get a girlfriend straight away on the first conversation or first approach. I didn't make money straight away in business. It took time. You have to persevere in your dreams. It takes a little bit of time. But you can't be discouraged when it doesn't work out when you want it to. It will happen. But during the failure, I did look at myself and think, well, how can I change things? So you've got to be willing to fail in life if you want to conquer your fears and achieve your dreams and build confidence, and stop being lonely and feeling ashamed and embarrassed and a fear of dying alone or being alone, or a fear of not being liked by people. You've got to persevere through these difficult times to pave the way for the good times. And then once you succeed, you'll have the method. You can backtrack. That's what I'm doing now. I had to backtrack and when I was 19, I'm 36 now, I'm 37. Your questions triggered that. It gave me the memory. I was like, I've got to talk about this. It's going to help people, right? So whatever you're going through right now, these are the steps and the mindset. And at some point, I'm going to bring out a paid product. So appreciate the teaching now whilst it's free. You're getting it for free because I am going to do a program and break down these things, but I'm giving it all for free today. So I hope a lot of you enjoy it. And that's how you conquer your fears in any area and turn your life around. My story was about turning my life around from drugs, negativity, not having a girlfriend, not being good with people, and becoming a confident person. Once you gain the confidence, success will come. It will find you. It will come knocking at your door, and you're doing good things and you're being good to others. It will happen, believe me. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to get more videos and build more confidence. And remember, become fearless, alright? And let me know in the box below if you enjoyed the video, and I appreciate everyone commenting up their fears.